Every summer, 30 million Americans suffer in vain. They feel ashamed, humiliated, guilty, and they miss out on wonderful beach holidays because of this guy. The dreaded toenail fungus. There's a tiny parasite ruining our lives. What are you going to do about it? Warning. This broadcast became an internet sensation in just a few days after its release. It isn't about yellow nails and the embarrassment they bring. It's about thousands of people creating wonderful memories every summer at the beach or by the pool. It's about freedom and happiness. So make the best out of it. Hi, my name is Nick Lane, and I'm not a doctor, but I have a question for you. How do you deal with a highly infectious agent invading your skin and eating away your nails and toes? It's scary, right? To know there is a microscopic, living thing that festers in your socks and shoes, lurks around in swimming pools and showers, and loves it when you sweat. And what if I told you that this little bugger is responsible for the yellow color, for the thickness of the nails, for the change in shape and your nails breaking off so easily, for the pain you feel when it separates from the toe? And let's not forget, for your embarrassment every time you're forced to show off your feet. You must have guessed the main culprit by now, and you're no stranger to the shame and frustration it brings. It's the dreaded toenail fungus, or onychomycosis, as your doctor likes to refer to it. The embarrassing condition that forces 30 million Americans to hide their feet every summer, trying to avoid those humiliating stares and awkward explanations. Well, your shame and embarrassment end here. Because no matter what you've been told by now, it's not poor hygiene that has brought this fungus curse upon you. It's not because you're dirty or you're not taking care of your feet. It's not your fault this fungus attacked you in the first place. It just happens. If you wear closed shoes every day for a couple of hours, and who doesn't? If you have a weak immune system and get sick easily, or if you suffer from diabetes or any other chronic disease. You see, there's no shame in having it, and God knows you're not alone in this world. In fact, 50% of all people who wait outside your podiatrist's office are there for the same reason as you are, desperate to make their feet look healthy and beautiful again. But what those people sitting around in doctors' offices don't know is that there is more to this condition than meets the eye. Toenail fungus isn't just a hideous creature that makes you want to hide your feet. It's not just some annoying pest that makes your toenails yellow and hard. It's a downright plague, and it could take biblical proportions if you're not careful. You might have never heard of cellulitis, a flesh-eating condition that poisons your body and makes your affected leg swell like a balloon while the rotting tissue dies. But it's real, and that's what happens when the nail infection spreads to your whole body. It could even climb to your head and trigger a dangerous brain infection, the deadly meningitis. And that's when the real nightmare begins. As if severe headaches, nausea, and fear of light aren't enough, fungal meningitis could seriously alter your mental health and could make you walk around in a haze, with the worst case of stiff neck you've ever had. Okay, so I guess nail fungus doesn't seem so harmless anymore. Then, how do you make it go away? How do you keep your nails completely fungus-free? That's the million-dollar question I'm here to solve. There must be a safe and efficient treatment out there for the millions of Americans struggling with this condition. Or is it? You might not be aware of this, but toenail fungus medication could ruin your liver for life, give you headaches and rashes, and could even cause you a heart attack. So you shouldn't take any of it lightly. With that in mind, let's take a look at some of the treatment options available now on the market. Most people use topical treatments to treat their nails. I'm talking about gels, creams, drops, polishes. They are usually cheap, but they don't work in severe cases. And you have to buy hundreds of them to even see a tiny improvement on your nail. Oh, and let's not forget that you have to wait until you're old and gray to see if they're actually working. up to 12 months if your weapon of choice is nail polish. Oral treatments are usually recommended for severe cases, and they could work better than creams and gels. But who wants their liver and kidneys damaged just to cure nail infection? Not to mention that Lamisil pills are not usually covered by insurance. You have to take $10 out of your wallet to buy one single pill. What's next? Yes, laser therapy. Most Americans don't even dare to dream about it. Do you know how much that costs? And most insurance companies don't cover it.
It's rather expensive. It's not covered by insurance, and the average treatment is usually about $1,000. Some people do have to have a second treatment as well. And I've reviewed this study. There's a major study that was produced not too long ago in some of the journals. And I would have to say, from a personal note, I wasn't necessarily impressed with the results. I think there were some flaws in the study. I don't think the nails were followed long enough to determine the long-term cure rate for this particular infection. Some of the methodology of the study I wasn't in agreement with, and so for my own personal opinion, I'm not so sure it's necessarily any better or more effective, and for the costs that are involved with having to pay for this procedure, because it's not submittable to insurance, patients have to pay cash for it at this point in time. I'm not so sure it's something that I'm going to offer my patients at this point.
Don't even get me started on surgery. I've heard horror stories. I mean, people going into the OR on their own 2 feet and coming out in crutches, and suffering from the most excruciating pain you've ever felt. Who wants that? I, for one, didn't. You see, I've been living with nail fungus and athlete's foot since I was 14. I felt embarrassed every summer when my parents dragged me to the pool and everyone was staring at my feet. My friends were all grossed out. They called me the fungus monster, the leper with socks, and I didn't even know what rock to crawl under first. Even my podiatrist seemed disgusted by me. But what was worse than my rotting, decaying flesh was the pain that sometimes kept me awake at night, wishing I was someone else, or dead. So I know how it is to hide your feet every day, to wear socks to take a shower at the gym, to never go to the beach, and to feel embarrassed by your body every single day. I don't know if this ever happened to you, but I'd sometimes lay awake at night, dreaming of the perfect life. And do you know what I wanted? Not a Ferrari, not even $1 million, or to be the next Kanye West. All I wanted was normal feet. I felt like a prisoner, an innocent man locked in a dark dungeon, for life, trapped in my own body, knowing that judgmental stares and rude jokes will follow me everywhere. But you know what? My pain and embarrassment actually brought me something good. I'm not a doctor, but if being cursed with nail fungus for 12 years doesn't make me an effing expert, I don't know what will. I mean, I bet I know more than your doctor about what works best for your feet, and what will just leave a huge hole in your wallet. Because after so many years of reading about this dreaded infection, after trying different expensive drugs, useless creams and gels, and even some shitty voodoo tricks, I've become some sort of an expert. I mean, they don't call me the Fungminator for nothing. And it all started a few months ago. I don't know if it was God or just a happy coincidence, but my eyes just stumbled across a tiny article in a newspaper I had lying around in the car. And that was the moment that changed my entire life. The day I vowed to look under every rock and do whatever it takes to escape this shameful disease. Or die trying. So what if I told you that not only was I able to treat the rotting fungal infection on my feet without any pill, cream, or surgery, but I did it in just 10 minutes every day? How? I'll share my secret in just a moment. So keep your eyes glued to the screen, because I'll show you how this tiny article that changed my entire life. It wasn't much, but it got my brain wheels moving. Basically, the New York Times was asking if there is such a thing as a natural remedy for toenail fungus. And the answer was, hell yes! A natural remedy for toenail fungus. That's a thought that never crossed my mind before. And how could it? When my doctor seemed determined on turning me into a guinea pig for every new drug and cream on the market, I felt that nothing really worked for me. But let's face it, pills and creams and gels are the only thing that seem to keep the dreaded fungus under control. To stop it from spreading to your other nails and entering your bloodstream. But they're not really doing their job, do they? I mean, between the dangerous side effects like liver failure or heart disease, the low efficiency rates, and pretty damn high prices, nail fungus seems like a godsend for big pharmaceutical companies. It doesn't kill you, except on very, very rare cases. So, they've got themselves 30 million very desperate, ashamed, lifelong customers who will try anything to stop this embarrassing condition. So, do you know what Big Pharma cooked up next in order to increase their sales and secure their hefty profits? Well, they started to add plant extract to their creams and gels. Artificial extracts, of course. Pale, synthetic replicas of actual healing plants that you can find in your own garden, like nettle, calendula, or cinnamon, all known for their antibacterial and fungicidal properties. So I asked myself, why not use these miraculous plants in the first place? Even Big Pharma takes advantage of their healing powers, and best of all, there are no side effects involved. So why poison my body with stuff that hasn't worked before? And as sure as hell won't work from now on. Why lose my money and time waiting for a miracle to happen? Why not make it really easy for myself? And really safe? What the hell do I have to lose? I'll give plants a try. And that's what I did. I researched every possible natural treatment on the internet. I went to libraries and read tons of books about healing plants and ointments. And when I had enough material to fill 3 encyclopedias about nail fungus, I started using the remedies on myself. The first time I applied a homemade cream with green tea and lemon, nothing. The second time I tried a DIY trick, nothing again. But the third time I mixed some natural ingredients together, I began seeing an improvement. It wasn't much, but my toenail seemed to recover its clarity. That's the moment I said to myself, holy cow, this actually works. And I knew I had to dig deeper to find a safe and easy treatment for my fungus infection. I really wanted normal feet. 6 months went by since my first breakthrough, and I had read every book about fungus infection ever written in English. I knew all there is about the human skin and natural cures to keep it healthy and beautiful. I was like a machine. And after using my somewhat bizarre treatment every day, for just 10 minutes, I began seeing a dramatic improvement in my nails and skin. I mean, the results were fantastic, to say the least. My toenails were beginning to lose their dark color, and they cleared up in just a few days. It was a pleasure seeing them healthy and strong, with no sign of ever being infected with a dangerous fungus. And my athlete's foot was better in just days after I started applying my secret formula. After a few weeks, I was completely fungus-free, and my life never seemed better. What a relief to see the soft, glowing skin, and to lose those dreaded socks once and for all. Just remember how good it feels to leave the heavy winter clothes behind and enjoy spring in light, airy clothes. Remember how good it feels when the sun gently caresses your arms when you're wearing a tank top or a t-shirt. That's how wonderful it felt when I went out wearing a pair of flip-flops for the first time in 12 years. It was magic, a moment I never thought would come. I finally felt normal. And I bet you're dying to hear some of the secrets I discovered during my extensive research, used by thousands of people to make their feet look healthy and beautiful again. The ones I discovered work 99.8% of the time on just about any toe and nail fungus, no matter how serious the infection is. Well, I'd like to share some of them with you, if that's okay with you. But you might want to get a pen and a piece of paper, because this might be the last time you'll ever find this website. So I guess it's your only chance to find out how to leave the shame and embarrassment behind, and make your nails and toes beautiful again. I'm barely scratching the surface here, but here's a few ingredients that will get you instant results. The first one is apple cider vinegar. Did you know that it's one of the most efficient natural cures against spreading infections? Yes, it can keep your mycosis from spreading to your other nails or toes, and even from getting under your skin and cause the dreaded cellulitis. And let me tell you, you don't want your infection to spread. But here's another super ingredient for you to use. I bet you have this one in your kitchen right now and you didn't even know it's a godsend against toe and nail fungus. I'm talking about baking soda. It will kill the nasty fungus and, on top of that, help with the smell. That's what I'm talking about. But how about this little trick? Instead of using harsh chemicals to fight against the nail fungus, how about using some fat? Yeah, that's right. The fat in coconut oil has almost magical properties. It can sneak past the fungus membrane and begin a slow but steady war against the evil monster eating away your skin and nails. And, in the end, you can say adios to thick, yellow, embarrassing nails. And hello to a nice beach vacation. Look, I know it all sounds really easy. And trust me, it really is that simple to get rid of nasty toenail fungus. But I have much more to share with you if you really want to show off your healthy feet this summer. And I promise you, it's all natural. And why not? Natural treatments are non-toxic, really cheap, and have no side effects. But most of all, they really destroy toe and nail fungus. It's exactly what my natural system does. Just imagine saying goodbye to dark, thick nails and itching toes, putting on your favorite pair of flip-flops, and flaunting your beautiful feet on the beach or at the pool. Finally breaking free from the shame and ridicule. No more socks to hide your frail nails. No more creams and pills that never seem to work. No more laser therapy that burns a hole into your pocket. No more painful surgery that could turn you into a cripple. No more trips to the doctor for yet another useless prescription. And no more feeling trapped. Just imagine how good it feels to finally be free. Free of socks. Free of shame. Finally rid of ugly, dark, thick nails. And ready to live your life in complete peace of mind, knowing that no one will ever stare at your feet again. No longer having to explain your condition to everyone. Finally being proud of your feet. That's why you're watching this documentary. Because you're part of an awareness campaign, a crusade against drug side effects, against expensive drugs, and non-efficient treatments. It's a pro-nature movement designed to transform your life and give you some sort of an unfair advantage in the battle against toenail fungus. To tell you it's okay to try every single legal drug, pill, or cream on the market. But why not get ahead of the other 99.3% of Americans who suffer pointlessly because of this hideous fungus, and see your toes and nails beautiful again? This way, you don't have to wear socks every summer to hide your feet. You don't have to be mocked and laughed at anymore. And most of all, you don't have to pay hundreds of dollars every month on creams and pills that could eventually get you killed. So I gathered all my research, thousands of pages and hundreds of natural ingredients, and condensed them all into a highly efficient, easy-to-follow system named Nail Cure Pro, the secret weapon for healthy and beautiful feet. I've heard a lot of people call it a blessing in the backyard, because it actually works, and it's all natural. But it's a step-by-step system that fights the fungal infection from the root, and supercharges your immune system at the same time, making sure your feet will remain beautiful for the rest of your life. It's not an expensive pill, not some shady cream or gel, not the worthless nail polish you have to put on for 12 months. It's the very first natural program that uses proven medical techniques for cleaning up your nails, making them strong and healthy again, without pills, creams, nail polish, surgery, or laser therapy. In plain English, It's an encyclopedia of tested natural treatments, cheap remedies, and a healthy lifestyle that will simply transform your summers from now on. And it works, even if you think you're too old to stop the infection. If you're sick and tired of being played for a fool by useless products and internet scams. If you are not some hotshot rich guy that can afford any treatment in this world. And it has amazing results, even if you've tried everything you could think of and you haven't seen the results you want. There's nothing faster, easier, or more efficient than Nail Cure Pro. Remember, all it takes is 10 minutes every day. Now, I've gone out on a limb today and shared some very useful secrets in this broadcast. Secrets no one would ever think to reveal to you. But it was worth it. Because you now know that, if left untreated, the nasty toenail fungus could spread to your limbs and could even climb to your head, triggering a dangerous disease called meningitis. You discovered that Lamisil and other oral medicine could even ruin your liver and cause heart attacks. You found out that 30 million Americans share this nail fungus burden, and you've got nothing to be ashamed of. I also revealed that natural cures are the only viable option to treat your toenail fungus, and you discovered some of the most efficient super ingredients that will keep your feet looking beautiful this summer. Now, you can take this information I've shared with you here today and try to make it work. Or you could stop the infection from spreading right now by discovering the bizarre program that has worked wonders in so many people's lives. A natural formula designed to eliminate even the nastiest toenail fungus if you use it just 10 minutes every day. A secret formula designed to supercharge your immune system. A secret natural formula that is guaranteed to make your feet look beautiful again. You're anxious to get the formula, I know. And you're also tired of pouring money down the drain with crappy, toxic creams and medication. And you don't want to waste any more time on doctor's appointments. Well, if that's you, then I want you to use my formula right now and have the life you only dreamt about until now, free of socks, shame, and useless medication. So, here's just a tiny fraction of the Nail Cure Pro system. The green magic. This is a very powerful ingredient that I use in my formula that will instantly make your nails shiny and clear, and stop the infection from spreading from the second your foot touches this magical ingredient. I got an email from Amanda White talking about this. She said this ingredient is simply amazing. I've realized how much good just a drop of it could do. Let's head on to the horrible secret, which I hesitated to reveal at first because I didn't want to create panic. But this secret will tell you exactly why creams, polish, gels, or pens never worked before on your fungal infection, and how you can get beautiful feet really fast by turning to your backyard for answers. Look what Ben Harris said about this. I always felt like every new drug or gel is just a ripoff, and that it will never take away the infection. Now I know why. On page 85, you'll discover 3 miracle plants that people have used since the Dark Ages to keep their skin glowing and healthy. You'll also put your hands on the strength strategy and find out how to supercharge your immune system without expensive drugs. As you know, this fungus only attacked you because your immune system is weak, and this strategy works as a boosting agent, pumping power into your body, while your skin fights off the nasty germs eating away your toes and nails. Then, you'll discover the vital steps to take to prevent other fungus or bacteria to wreak havoc on your body. Never again. It's the nip in the bud system, designed to leave your skin glowing and healthy forever. Now, thanks to this revolutionary formula, toenail fungus doesn't have to define you anymore. You don't have to be that person with weird nails. You don't have to be ashamed anymore. I don't know how bad your infection is, if it keeps you awake at night, if you have to wear socks every summer to hide your feet. Maybe it caused you pain and suffering and ruined your joy of life. The truth is, I can't really imagine how much toenail and fungus has made you suffer. But what I do know is that you deserve to live a normal, peaceful life. To sink your feet into the soft sand, to walk on the beach, and to never feel ashamed of your body again. So what price would you pay for being free? $100,000? Because that's exactly what you'll spend on doctors, gels, creams, or magic pills until you're old and gray. I don't think so. $1,000 then? That's the average price for a laser treatment. Or how about the $500 you pay every month on a useless supply of gels, powders, and creams? Well, that would be a bargain. But you're not going to pay that much. Not even $200. And that's because I want every single person out there to finally break free from the shame and ridicule. So I decided $39 is a fair price. This way, you don't have to look back years from now, hiding your itching feet from everyone, wondering what your life would have looked like if you ended this suffering in just a few easy steps. You won't have to worry about the fungus coming back again, and you'll never be mocked again. You can finally relax and enjoy a normal life, knowing the pain and shame are gone forever. So if you act now, before this video is over, you can gain access to this natural formula for just $39. Yeah, that's right, just $39. A special price to end the shame now. I want you to have access to this special system for just $39. It's only a fraction of what you would spend on laser therapy. Far less than a visit to the doctors. And it's essentially free, considering the shame and ridicule it will save you from. But you may be wondering why I'm charging money for this information in the first place. It's simple. If someone came up to you in the street and offered you a free diamond ring, what would you think? Wouldn't you assume that it's a fake? That you're somehow being tricked? Well, that's how you'd think about this formula if I offered it for free. And there's one more reason. This price barely covers my research and development costs, not to mention the cost of keeping this website up. And I have to raise money to get this formula out there, to help as many people as possible destroy the dangerous toe and nail fungus. To help you live a happy, carefree life. All you have to do is click the orange button below and say hello to your beautiful feet. Look down to your healthy feet and start planning your next beach vacation. No more hiding and feeling ashamed. No more expensive drugs and dangerous therapies. No more taking risks. Because I'm taking them all. You see, I'm not asking you to trust my word. You don't have to buy this just because I say so. All I'm asking you is to say maybe, and enjoy another special opportunity. The opportunity to pay nothing. In fact, it's even better than that, because you're actually making money. Just think about $15,000 you're saving on prescription medicine and other miraculous products. Yes, that's right. You don't have to pay a dime if you're not completely satisfied with Nail Cure Pro. Take the system for a 60-day test drive. Read everything there is and use the secret formula starting today. You have 2 whole months to start healing your feet from the inside out and get rid of your dark, thick nails. And if you don't wake up bursting with health and optimism after 60 days, then you'll receive every cent back. No questions asked. And you can keep the 3 bonus books I'm about to show to you just because you gave it a try. This ironclad 60-day guarantee is my promise to you. The oath of someone who has suffered as much as you have. Because I know how it feels to put your trust into every new drug out there and to be disappointed by each and every one of them. I know how it feels to be ashamed and scared to show off your true self. And I won't stand for it. That's why I won't take your money unless I can help. Unless you see amazing results and feel happy about your choice. And to give you some extra help in the war against toenail fungus, I'm giving you 3 free bonus products to provide extra ammo in the war against yellow deformed nails. 1. First off, it's Smart Cooking, the simple recipes for a glowing skin. Forget everything your doctors have said so far. Your immune system is just part of your problem. There is something else triggering your fungal infection, and it's related to your diet. Find out how to keep your skin glowing and discover the miracle recipes that will make you 100% healthy. The second bonus is a must-have for a healthy, natural life. 2. In Natural Body Care Made Easy, 50 natural recipes for a beautiful body. You'll discover just how healthy and soft your skin can be if you use natural ingredients. Discover how to make your own face masks, creams, ointments, even shampoo. All with an irresistible smell and really healthy for your skin. 3. Bonus number 3 is Atlas of Home Remedies. There are many plants out there with miraculous powers in healing toe and nail and keeping your skin 100% glowing. Some of them are easy to grow in your garden, and even in an apartment. Find out how herbs can calm itching and even clear acne, and discover the top 20 plants you need to use for a clean, healthy skin. I guess you've realized by now that this is the moment you've been waiting for all your life. The moment you say goodbye to shame and ridicule, and start your wonderful, carefree new life. The moment you take back your freedom and confidence. And all you have to do is click the orange button below and start living the life you deserve. You download the complete Nail Cure Pro package and have instant access to your complete recovery. But you have to act now to benefit from the special pricing. Just $39 for a lifetime free of pain and shame. Now, it all depends on you. It's your choice. You could spend your life the way it's always been, or choose to do nothing about your yellow, thick nails. Maybe you accepted a long time ago that you'll suffer from nail fungus for the rest of your life, and just gave up the fight. You could throw in the towel. Or you could just enjoy a natural cure for toenail fungus, 100% risk-free. End your pain and frustration, and take advantage of the Pure Nails system to start living a life without socks, shame, and without side effects. It's in your power to treat toenail fungus for good. Just click the orange button below, and you can start your healing experience in just a few seconds. Don't forget, you have to claim your right to a future without shame and suffering today, because there's no telling if you'll ever find this website again. It means that if you don't take action now and leave this site, then you'll lose the special $39 offer. Just think of all the money you're saving on pills, creams, gels, or nail polish. That's about $300 every month, $3,600 in 1 year. And remember, if you're not completely amazed by this program, if you don't get your freedom and optimism back, then you don't have to pay. You're covered by my 60-day money-back guarantee, and you'll receive every cent back. And don't forget this, as you're watching this video, your fungus is spreading to your other nails and toes. It could even climb to your head, and you could wake up tomorrow and stare down at this. Only a fool would do nothing as this dangerous infection is spreading, wearing socks to hide deformed feet, and praying that popping some pills or rubbing on creams 3 times a day would make a difference. But you're no fool. You know too well the damage this fungus does to your feet, to your self-esteem, and your whole life. Just like I still remember what it felt like to cover up my feet every summer, wearing sneakers in the hot, sizzling sun, and how often I lay awake at night, wondering, why me? That's why I want you to try out this natural formula. Because it's the answer you've been waiting for. A formula that will work miracles for you, if you just let it. You don't have to let your feet control your life anymore. Click the orange button below and get ready to enjoy the next chapter in your life. Oh, I see you're still here. That means you still haven't made up your mind. Let me help you by answering some of the most common questions I receive about Nail Cure Pro. 1. Jeannie Hill, aged 31, from New Haven asks, will it work if I'm pregnant and if I have allergies? What about people suffering from any other severe condition? The Nail Cure Pro system is 100% safe. It works even if you're pregnant or if you are suffering from any serious disease, like diabetes, heart disease, or Alzheimer's. In fact, the formula is proven to increase your quality of life in general. Because it's based on natural elements, it will reduce your stress level and create a positive view on life. 2. Walter P. from Davenport wants to know, how fast will I see results? The Nail Cure Pro formula is designed to heal the body from the inside out, supercharge your immune system, and heal your nails and toes at the same time. The results depend on how serious your mycosis is. If your toenail is just a bit discolored, then you'll see an improvement after the first day. Most of my patients have seen significant changes after 1 week, but I suggest you try this formula for a whole month. All it takes is 10 minutes every day, for a lifetime of freedom and happiness. 3. James Chandler, a firefighter from Indiana, wants to know, what if it doesn't work for me? What do I do? If you are one of the unlucky few that doesn't see an improvement in your quality of life in the first weeks after trying this natural formula, then you'll receive all your money back. No questions asked, no hassle. You are fully protected by my 60-day money-back guarantee, so there is absolutely no risk for you. 4. How can I claim my copy of Nail Cure Pro? After you hit the Add to Cart button below, you'll be taken to my secure, encrypted checkout page. Once you've entered your info and submitted that, you'll have immediate access to the only tested natural formula to eliminate toenail fungus for only $39. And remember, you're not waiting for a miracle product to be delivered by the mailman in a week. It's a digital system designed especially to help you show off your beautiful feet every summer. So what are you waiting for? Click the orange button below and start your amazing healing journey. Say goodbye to toenail fungus and hello to wonderful beach vacations.